people would ask me, kailan ba ako nag-peak? We feel like, yes, there's a point na parang we feel like, oh my God, ang galing-galing natin, ang lakas-lakas natin. But we've realized, hindi naman siguro natatapos yung pag-peak mo ng isang beses. You can just be there, kala mo kunwari, for my experience. Syempre, iba na yung style of play ko then right now. But that doesn't mean na hindi ako now nagpipeak. It's just that iba siguro yung pag-peak ko right now. So, I'm not saying na sa peak, ang hirap naman ito. but yeah, I'm just saying na parang baka may different stages of peaking.
Absolutely. That's such an important realization, I think, for all women, kahit hindi atleta. Hello, supers! Welcome back to Paano Ba To The podcast, created and hosted by me, Bianca Gonzalez. For our Women's Month series, it is such an honor for me to have here on the show the one and only phenom of Philippine volleyball. Of course, she has become a household name due to her unmatched skill, passion, and leadership both on and off the court, and continues to inspire generations of athletes and sports fans. Let's get right to it. Alyssa Valdez, welcome to Paano Ba To?
Paano ba to? Nakikita ko lang to. And finally, we're here.
Yes!
Yay!
Thank you and happy Women's Month.
Ay, happy Women's Month.
Siyempre, I would love to share the story of amazing, inspiring women for Women's Month. Kasama ka na dyan.
Yay! I love it!
Okay. The Transition Playbook.
Wow!
Congratulations on
Thank
the
you,
podcast as well.
Ate.
No, for me, that's the perfect, I guess, show for you to take on. Also because I love the topic. In your case, it's about your world of volleyball, right? But so many people are able to relate to that feeling of having to transition into a new season of their life. Di man sila atleta, it can be buong buhay nila, ito yung career nila. Who are they out of that career? 10 years niyang jowa, tas nag-break sila. Sino ako outside of that? You're a mom. Super yun yung buhay mo. And then your kids grow up and then suddenly you're like, who am I? Diba? It has so many versions in a woman's life. And so, that's what I want to talk about with you today. Grabe. Phenom. I can only imagine that that's quite a title to deal with. Lalo na for someone as humble and down to earth as you. When you hear you call the Phenom, how does it really make you feel?
Well, honestly, probably buti na lang it was such a big word back then na in a sense hindi ko fully grasp yung meaning of that word. So, when they call me, parang hindi ko rin naman masyadong pinapansin siguro. But up until now, I think siguro what I've learned to ang hirap din kasi if you put everything inside, diba? Kasi it pressures you, it gives you that feeling na ang bigat-bigat din. You just really want to play the sport. So I guess one thing na as early as siguro early stage ng college pa lang, parang kahit may mga achievements din, I try to make it to a point na pag may achievements, lalo ako mag-work harder. Yun lagi yung nasa isip ko. Kaya baka hindi ko rin masyadong na-feel na nasa-celebrate ko yung mga wins ko even when I was a kid. Yeah.
I am of a very, very similar mindset. I feel nga sometimes, am I too hard on myself? Do you feel you're so hard on yourself?
I remember I cried inside the PBB house telling that to Kuya na parang I feel like I have to prove to everyone kung ano talaga ako, kung sino talaga ako, and I'm too hard on myself. Yeah, I don't know why, but feeling ko we just don't stop on like trying to prove and wanting to improve kasi we feel like wala naman talaga.
I think more than trying to prove, baka in our head yun yung framing, pero we just want to improve and not stop improving. Feeling ko baka yun ang reframe.
Sana.
To those who might have forgotten, yes, once upon a time naging housemate si Eliza Valdez.
And Ate Bianca as well.
The big winner that we never
Wow!
had. Hindi kasi yun yung season na parang may bumalik, tas lumabas, tas bumalik, tas yun season na.
Yes, I had to play for the national team. And yeah, I'm so sorry, Kuya H. sa volleyball over PBB House. But I guess, maintindihan naman yun ni Kuya kasi nga.
Oo naman.
Kasi nga sa
Sino
volleyball.
siya para pigilan ka? Ang kapal niya.
Ang kapal na mukha. But, kasi yun nga, Ate Bianca, di ba? It's just so hard then you were saying, yun yung identity namin, yun yung identity ko as a woman. I'm in the field of sports and it's just so hard. Actually, hindi mahirap mag-decide if meron kaming dalawang things na ibibigay. I'm so sorry, Kuya. But if merong dalawang options na ibibigay sa akin, definitely, hindi ko maiiwasan na mag-lean towards sports talaga ako.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Oo naman. Everybody, walang ni isang hindi naka-intindi nung desisyon na yon.
Si Sam lang ata.
Masama sa loob niyang siya ang pumasok. I wanted to talk about that. Yung kasi nga, 12 years old when you started playing volleyball. You're now 31. Is
Yes.
that correct? I mean, that's like 2 decades.
Yes.
Talagang, you love it and it's your life. And there's nothing wrong with that. When, and at what point did you start to think, ano kaya yung beyond this?
Ooh. Honestly, it started when I got injured.
Just 2023.
2023.
Recently lang.
Well, probably because then kaya ako doon nag-start maisip yon was because of my age. Pag lumampas ka na pala ng mga 30, nararamdaman na ng katawan mo. Or I feel like that's also one thing na in-enjoy ko rin yung 20s ko. Binigay ko rin lahat yung 20s ko sa volleyball and to other things. But at 30, when I hit that mark, nagsabay-sabay may injuries also sumabay doon. Then, I question also myself. Well, during the pandemic naman ate, nag-iisip na rin ako na parang lahat naman tayo nawala ng trabaho nun. So, most of us. But dun ako nakapag-start mag-isip na parang sino ba ako? Nakakatakot palang itanong sa sarili yon, humarap sa salamin na parang, oh my God, sino nga ako nang walang volleyball? That's why I entered PBB.
I remember this story.
Yeah, I explore and try to know more about myself during those pandemic era. And then when we get out of the house, I played volleyball pa rin. But suddenly, bumalik yung thought na yon when I got injured. Kasi parang siguro may second coming na parang kailangan mo na talaga mag-isip. Think outside of the box kasi, I mean, we all know, athletes know, women in sports, alam namin na kahit papano may timeline naman kami. Not just because, well, first of all, if we want to have a family, if we want to have a baby, syempre, you want to make sure na healthy ka rin to carry that baby or pregnancy. So, yun na din yung mga nasa isip ko. And I think at 30, it's fair enough to think of that, to think of your future. But as of now, wala naman po tayo may isip na. But I think now I'm just focusing on, sabi mo nga Ate Bianca, improving myself. Not technically outside of sports, but more on just knowing myself beyond the sport then, or just around the area.
Yeah. So, pandemic.
Yes.
Everything stopped for everyone.
Wow.
Eventually, housemate and then playing.
The
and then
era.
Injury.
Yes.
That era of parang, I guess, getting to know a different side of you or a deeper side of you. Were you surprised with anything you found out? Or was it just a nice feeling to discover Eliza?
Well, at first I was scared
Really?
to know who's Eliza beyond volleyball.
What was scary exactly?
Because I just know myself for the longest time as a volleyball player. I'm very competitive. I hate failures. It's just so scary to know na if dalhin ko siya sa labas or ano ba? If ganito yung way of thinking ko sa lahat ng bagay outside. It's scary. I mean, I remember at one point when I was in the house, sabi ko, in all fairness to all the things I've experienced because of sports, parang mas madali kong nagawa or naharap yung mga hamon ni Kuya.
Na-endure. Oo.
Parang, because I feel like sometimes, hindi na rin namin napapansin na may na-achieve kami na may character pala kami na ganito just because hindi naman kami lumalabas sa sports. So, nung nasa bayo ko ni Kuya, parang whenever yung ibang housemates, kunwari, maghihiwalay kami, di ba may ganun yung mga task ni Kuya, maghihiwalay kami, maglalaban-laban kami against each other. I find it nice kasi yun lagi yung essence of sports, di ba? You play against each other but at the end of the day, you guys are friends. Pero sa iba pala, hindi siya normal. So parang, I'm like, okay, ang galing pala din talaga ng sports. Ang dami niyang natuturong lessons, ang dami niyang values na dami namin values na nakukuha. And in real life, na-apply din pala talaga siya. So, at first, nakakatakot lumabas sa sport. But then, when I try to experience things nga, parang, okay, parang lahat pala talaga ng natututunan namin, pwede siya sa labas or in real life.
Yeah, applicable to instances in real life. And siguro itong realization mo about life beyond or around volleyball was also what made you, would you say, loosen up to say yes to more trips with friends, travel here, go there, try this. Tennis, tama ba? Tennis?
Yeah, I tried golf, tennis. Wow.
But do you think like if you didn't have that realization of the Eliza beyond, you wouldn't have gone on all those things for yourself?
I think so. You know what, Ate Bianca, what's funny? Since high school siguro, elementary, I have to make sure if there's like game days or basta may training, hindi ako lalabas. Kasi I wanna just focus on improving myself. I feel like those are distractions. Parang hindi ko nasa-separate yung distractions to inspirations pa nun. Hindi ko nasasabi na parang ito palang bagay na to nakakatulong to balance and yung nakaka-recharge ka rin pala. Wala akong essence or wala akong siguro definition of those kind of things. So ngayon, siguro I just like how yung growth ko as a person din na nagtatranscend siya sa lahat ng bagay eh. Parang most especially, I know also for a fact, syempre nag-iiba yung roles namin sa team and nag-iiba yung game namin kasi hindi naman nag-iiba in a sense na mas madami ka na natutunan, iba na yung application mo during games, iba na yung nagiging smarter ka na. And then, iba lang din pala pag binabalance mo yung work-life ba? I told this to sa podcast ko na parang I have more time with myself, with my family. And hindi naman pala siya masama. So, ang galing lang. So, I would say if wala akong realization, hindi ko rin talaga gagawin.
You would still be that work, parang you always
Just
choose work,
work.
always choose work. You know, I can super relate because also just recently, so my kids are now 9 and 6.
Wow!
Ang laki na, di ba?
Wow!
Oh, ang bilis ng panahon.
Sorry.
Super bilis. Ay, interested sa volleyball yung panganay ko. Oo.
And they're so tall.
Yes. Salamat sa genes ng pamilya ng asawa ko. I remember that maybe 2 years ago was the ABS-CBN Christmas special.
Yeah.
I never missed that. I never miss any big work thing. Nagkataon, the date of the Christmas special was the Christmas presentation of the kids in school.
Oh my God.
And me, 5 years ago,
Yeah.
without batting an eyelash, doon ako sa work. I mean,
Yeah,
the me
yeah,
then
yeah.
would be like, no, I won't miss
No,
work. That's so
exactly,
important.
no,
That's my visibility and the Christmas special.
Yeah.
Coming together, complete lahat. And then I remember 2 years ago, I was so torn. But inside me, I said, I don't want to miss my kids' presentation. And I remember, it parang medyo was so hard for me to text. I texted Direk Lauren and Tita Cory explaining na parang, may ano pa ako, may reason pa ako na parang, Lolo, I've never missed any important ABS. Chu-chu-chu. May ganun pa akong lata, ganyan. And then of course, they said, we're gonna miss you, but thank you for telling us. After nun, I messaged Judy Ann Santos, because her daughter also goes to the same school. And here I was, parang grabe, hirap na hirap ko, Juday, kasi parang I never missed the Christmas special and it was there. And she just so casually told me, Bianca, it's okay. Ako pag merong important anything yung kids, game, presentation, I will always choose them. I will not choose work. And I was like, that's the goal. That's Juday. And one thing that helped me reframe is parang thinking, 10 years from now, will I regret missing my kids' presentation more than I will regret missing the Christmas special? And at that point in my life, I realized I would feel much worse looking back that I missed my kids' presentation versus feeling bad, just a little bad that I missed this one spiel.
Yeah.
Na parang 1 minute lang ako lalabas for work. So,
Oh my God.
I'm also still at this age peeling a few
Yeah.
things and layers, getting to know me outside of this work that I still truly love.
Yes.
Pero, ang hirap pala ng pag-iiba ng mga life stages and decision-making process.
Grabe. I can just imagine. I remember also back then, grabe yung mga ganyang moments, Ate Bianca.
Yung parang crossroads
yung
moment,
parang-
diba?
Pero, ma-realize mo 10 years, kunwari after 10 years, bakit ka ba nahirapan na mag-decide?
Yes.
Pero, yung amin, when we were in high school, parang, di ba, there are mga events also. So, parang hindi kami talaga sumasali. Kunwari, mga proms and everything. So, hindi kami nakakasali because of training. So ngayon, pag nagkikwentuhan, syempre wala ka rin masabi. Pero, parang back then, I mean, there are sacrifices naman that has to be made back then. But then, right now, if you really just, I think, lagay talaga siya na parang, hindi. You know your responsibility and you're accountable of everything. Kahit pa paano magagawa mo both in a way. May ano pa rin siya. May result pa rin or kahit pa paano, may additional inspiration ka, mga ganyan. So,
although I won't discount, I won't discount all our hard work and choices in the past.
Yes.
Kasi iniisip ko nga parang, kasi your teens and 20s are really for that for go. And then eventually, your body or your
That's
mind or
otherwise.
your heart will tell you, eto na, slow down na ng konti. May ganun ka din.
yes. Most especially now. Ate Bia. I mean, yes. I would say na back then, okay, it molded me to who I am right now. Definitely. I think that's why I appreciate more all the little things, all the time with my friends and my family because of all those sacrifices back then. It's just that siguro now I have the ability to actually siguro compartmentalized everything. That's why kahit papano mas nagagawa ko na and mas nakikilala mo rin talaga yung sarili mo sa different stages. So, mas alam mo na yung gusto mo. Mas alam mo na yung, hindi ko na ito uulitin. Pwede pero, yun yung, pero honestly, I just wanna say thank you also to my friends. Kasi since then, parang di ko rin talaga sila nabibigyan ng importance. But now, I'll really, I make time for my friends, for my family. Kasi syempre, when you're an athlete, I don't know if Kuya JC feels this way. Ano ka lang, go hard ka talaga. Magte-training ka lang talaga. And you know for a fact na kahit anong mangyari, andun lang yung family mo supporting you. So now, I think it's about time na ibalik din yung ganong feeling na even if I'm busy or all my training, gagawa ka rin ng paraan to make time for your family and friends.
You know what? It's so beautiful that you're sharing this part of your journey kasi you are transitioning into an expanded, I would like to say expanded version of Alyssa kasi the things that you are doing now with your camp, for example, is still very much about volleyball, but also about something that you want to leave to young athletes and your form of giving back as well. So it's still within your universe, kumbaga, pero in a different form, which is great.
Wow. Honestly, I think I started my camp just because when I was a kid, wala kasing masyadong camps. And siguro, ang dami ding mga kids right now who are interested in sports, and it's just so nice to see the rawness of these kids playing the sport. When you see them smile, when they learn, or kahit matamaan sila ng bola, parang it humbles me rin eh. I mean, more than I feel like I'm helping these kids, they're helping me parang realize na I'm here because of yung napakaliit na inspiration of like just wanting to play the sport. So, sila talaga ang nakakatulong sa akin, Ate Bianca. Thank you so much. And to all the people na talaga pong naniniwala. Kasi if not, it's a free camp kasi, Ate Bianca. So, we need all the support na kailangan namin para kahit pa paano masustain namin yung camp. But if not, we'll find our way para matuloy-tuloy pa rin namin yung camp.
Yeah, super. For sure, madami imposibleng hindi matuloy ang funding ng campaign na yan. I-hook up kita sa mga fundraiser friends ko.
Thank you.
Na-career nila ang fundraising talaga. But yeah, I like it that you're so open about this part because I feel like it's this stage na hindi masyado na pag-uusapan.
Yes.
And Pia Wurtzbach, I believe I interviewed her last year. She also said something similar. Sabi niya, hindi masyado na pag-uusapan yung buhay ng queen after the crown. And she said, there's sort of an identity crisis. Like parang, beauty queen ka and it's this major title, but like after nun, saan ka napapunta, diba? Yung iba nag-model, artista, foundation, kung saan man. And she says, we have to talk about it more because nga, it's real. Like, people think na yun, but there's actually still some sort of kakaibang level ng challenge naman after.
Wow. That's so true. I think that's why we started Transition Playbook. It was because, actually, parang in sports, hindi napapag-usapan yung gagawin after, yung path after. That's why it's so scary. Kasi most especially, siguro, walang professional women's sports here in the Philippines aside from, as of now, aside from volleyball, if I'm not mistaken. So, we talked about the timeline and napaka-iksi kasi nun as compared to professionals na day jobs. Kasi the more you siguro stay in your job, napopromote ka. Parang you're like a fine wine talaga na mas tataas din yung sweldo mo and everything else. Sa atleta kasi, I feel like Kuya JC would know this.
Yes.
I mean, but so much different kasi in a guy's world, medyo mas matagal din talaga yung timetable nila. But for us, certain point in our life, iisipin na namin na, okay, we have to plan as women, we need to plan kasi nga ang dami nating hats na sinusuot.
Yes.
If you wanna have a family or you have other plans, syempre
Or you have aging parents
yes.
as well.
So iba yung mga things na kino-consider mo rin talaga. So kailangan kahit pa paano nakaplano ka or may nakaset kang number of years to play. Kasi if not, and hindi mo siya napaghandaan, hindi mo alam kung saan ka talaga pupunta. So that's why we started the podcast to share also to this, to our community that yes, it's scary, but we're all here. We're trying to figure it out. Magkakasama tayo if we figure natin kung anong path yung pwede sa atin outside volleyball. And hopefully, madami kami matutunan sa katulad ni Ate Biangs para, we can try also other things aside from sports and not to be scared with anything talaga. Kasi if maayos lang or may makakikinggan lang din tayong ganito na mga podcast, hindi rin masyadong mahihirapan or matatakot yung mga katulad nating kababaihan kung saan sila next na pupunta. Kasi sometimes it's just a matter of having someone or listening to someone to know where you're going.
Super. Aside from the conversations on the pod about it, as a person,
Yes.
who do you ask about those things?
That's why I made that one.
Hirap, no? Which is,
Hirap.
sa totoo lang, dapat meron. You know, my wish list, your producers here, so sasabihin ko na, my wish list for your second season, dapat Heidelin Diaz, Bea Lucero.
Oh.
Ganon. Yung parang, well,
The
Heidelin is still
transition,
there, but the OGs.
Yes, that's
pwede rin
true.
ganon. Anong ginawa niyo?
Bakit up until now, parang, tsaka hindi mo makikita sa kanila kasi Ate Bianca. I kept on saying this na, natakot sila to detach themselves or to move forward from their sport. They're still there, but honestly, I think isa rin sa mahirap is knowing the time to accept the fact na it's over. I think for most athletes, not just women, honestly na we were talking about this sa training na parang, syempre, kailan ka nga ba nagpipeak? Kunwari, people would ask me, kailan ba ako nagpeak? We feel like, yes, there's a point na parang we feel like, oh my God, ang galing-galing natin, ang lakas-lakas natin. But we've realized, hindi naman siguro natatapos yung pag-peak mo ng isang beses. You can just be there, kala mo kunwari, at for my experience, syempre iba na yung style of play ko then right now. But that doesn't mean na hindi ako now nagpipeak. It's just that iba siguro yung pag-peak ko right now. So, I'm not saying na sa peak, ang hirap naman ito. But yeah, I'm just saying na parang baka may different stages of peaking.
Absolutely. That's such an important realization, I think, for all women, kahit hindi atleta. For example, how we look, di ba? Our body naturally changes. Iba yung 20s, iba yung 30s. Girl, iba yung 40s. Grabe
Really?
talaga.
Oh,
super. No. So parang merong lang evolving levels of acceptance of where we're at. But I do have good news. You know that every woman I talk to in their 50s say 50s ang prime ng babae.
Oh, wow.
I'm not kidding. Feli Atienza
Yeah.
has told me this. Karen Davila has told me this. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Pero wag muna. Enjoy ko muna tong 40s na decade. But yeah, they say 50s ang prime.
In
Sabi
terms
nila.
of, in all aspects.
In all aspects
Whoa.
daw. As in. Nag-iba yung, nag-shift talaga yung, I remember in my teens, I thought, 40s is so old. Diba? Pag teenager ka. Tapos now that I'm in my 40s, girl, I don't feel old at all. So gets ko talaga. So yes, it's an evolving definition, I guess, of ourselves.
Yeah.
Sorry, may isa pa palang guest, Mikey Coangco. Yan.
Ah.
Ako na magiging talent coordinator
Oh
mo.
my
So, bubuk ko
gosh.
sila para sa'yo. Kasi yun they went through that
And
transition
now
and
they're
are
still
at
there.
different spaces but still in the sporting world.
Yes, I agree.
Ayan ang mga wishlist ko for
Okay,
you.
okay. Noted po.
Second season. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's such a good insight na yun nga applies not just to athletes but to any woman in any field facing any shell
Yes.
that they're in.
We just have to embrace all of the uncertainties at any point in our lives, and we'll never know din talaga kung ano yung ibibigay niya sa ating reward in a sense. Yeah.
31?
31.
How are you enjoying your 30s so far?
Super
Enjoy mo.
fun.
Di ba ang saya?
Ang saya.
Alam mo, a lot of people say 20s is the most fun. I think 30s is the
Yeah.
most
I
fun.
think just because, well, you're working. You can earn and probably enjoy
fruits of your
exactly.
labor.
Yeah. Parang you can decide on your own also. I mean, I have my parents pa rin naman. Nagpapaalam pa din po ako. Pero meron ka ring parang ability to decide for yourself already at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have
40s is even better.
Really?
by the way.
Oh my God, I don't want to be there, but I'm so
exactly.
excited.
Parang ayoko pa nung next. Pero just to say, 30s was a blast, but 40s, like, iba din yung power. Like, meron siyang innate inner peace.
Wow!
I'm not kidding. Ang saya.
Oh.
Ang saya.
That's why it's nice to talk about this kind of things.
Super.
Kasi if not, paano namin malalaman?
We're always dreading. Diba, laging parang when you hit the the 20, 30,
Yeah.
40, it's always a dread. It's often a dread. I think we should totally shift that
Yes.
and say, na-enjoy ko
No.
to, next. Ganon.
That's true. Grabe.
Diba?
At 30, 31. Nakahirap sabihin ng age. Pag athlete, medyo nakakayang sabihin
Pero
ng
public
age.
figure ka, search lang nila, lumalabas.
But I would say, sabi ko nga din sa pod ko, na parang the most time na nag-spend ako sa sarili ko. So, yun, it's nice to get to know yourself at this point in your life. Just because I'm excited to know pa kasi as you've said, madami pa akong exciting times pa yung 40, pero at this point excited ako mas makilala yung sarili ko and spend time with myself dahil hindi na ako ganun masyadong natatakot to actually try new things, and medyo kahit papano for parang yung i-associate yung sarili ko sa sports, hindi na ako ganun natatakot na hindi ma-associate yung self ko. Kasi syempre, ang hirap din talaga at Tibiangs for the longest time since I graduated siguro probably for more than 10 years already. Pero andun pa rin yung volleyball. I really love the sport. But now, I love it in a different way na talaga. Deeper, but even if it's deeper, parang mas kaya ko siyang makita sa ibang perspective.
Yeah.
Kasi dati nung bata ko, no, I'll play. Yes, let's go. Pero ngayon, na-appreciate ko na rin siya sa ibang perspective. And I think yun yung it's still in the process.
Yeah.
Pero yun yung for me, mahihirapan talaga ako. Kasi nga, ganun ako ka-obsessed sa volleyball. But since tinatry kong palawakin din yung world ko as myself, nakikita ko siya as something na andyan din siya palagi. I won't take advantage of it. But kailangan ko pang mahalin siya din in a different way.
Yeah. Oh.
Iba. Pero love na love ko talaga po ang volleyball.
Yeah, exactly. No,
Sobra.
I think an important thing to notice, even if we're talking about like other facets of our life and things we're looking forward to, it doesn't lessen how much we are dedicated to our craft.
Yes.
parang hindi siya mutually exclusive eh. Love na love pa rin natin pero uy, may mga kaya pa palang gawin.
Yes. And I feel like because of that kind of love I have right now with the sport, mas madami akong gustong gawin, mas madami akong na-realize. Hindi na siya yung talagang ganito lang yung tingin ko. Parang ang ganda lang kasi kunwari I'm able to hold my camps. Hopefully I'm able to siguro my dream would be a volleyball school. So mas nakikita ko na siya na mas malawak talaga. It's a different kind of love for volleyball.
Yeah.
And but probably because I'm surrounded by great women in sports. If not, I would say hindi ko rin din siya ganun explore. But with my teammates, with my friends, grabe din yung nila sa akin. Pagkatok sa akin na parang sila din yung tara, let's go travel or spend time or dapat itry natin to. So alam mo, grabe din ka-strong yung mga babaeng nakakasama ko. That's why I'm strong as well. My mom, yeah.
Oh, of course.
Yes.
Talagang I am a firm believer that women together, stronger, and women should empower talaga other women.
That's true.
With that, I wanted to end this conversation. I guess to anyone going through that phase of some sort of shift, change, transition, what is your advice for them?
Oh, my advice? Wow! Honestly, sabay-sabay tayo harapin yung mga transitions in life. I would say my advice, steps probably. It's really scary. It's so uncertain. You really can't plan anything. Kahit anong plano natin minsan, hindi siya, at first, hindi yun yung mga ma-achieve natin. But we really never know. Baka pagdating sa dulo, iba lang yung daang binigay sa atin ni God. Pero pagdating sa dulo, yun pa rin yung same goal na nasulat natin. So don't, just be patient. And kasi along the way, may mga challenges din talaga. But I think you have one constant thing na kailangan would be the support system. You have to have a good support system. Your day ones, very important. People who can truly say what's wrong and all this constructive criticism kailangan natin. And honestly, one thing I've learned all from my past experiences, you just enjoy. Most especially, I've learned in volleyball. Recently, when I got injured, I was too hard on myself, telling to get back more than 100% or even better from before. But I think nami-miss out natin sometimes na we just have to get back. We just have to be there. And, if we try to do whatever or we do the things na kailangan natin gawin, dadating tayo sa point na mananalo ulit tayo. I think it's all about timings and don't rush. I think most of us now are rushing also to be successful, to win, but failure is also part of the journey. I mean, like all the hiccups, all the humps are part of it. Just get back up talaga. As in, if you really like what you're doing or you have just really one goal, your mind is set to it, wag ka talaga mag-give up. And yeah, I guess yun, you enjoy. Yan, when I got injured, nakalimutan ko mag-enjoy. I was just so focused on recovering, trying to get back 100%, but I forgot my purpose and why I love the sport and the reason why I'm playing. So the only reason why I love playing is I really just enjoy the sport. So up until now, every single time I think yun din yung kailangan natin. We just remind ourselves why we're doing things. And yeah. So, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you
Ang dami
so
ko
much,
sinabi.
Eliza Fernandez.
Wow.
Salamat.
Thank you, Ate Bianca.
Happy Women's Month to
Ay,
us.
Happy Women's Month po. And to all the women out there, maraming salamat po. Dahil sa inyo, lumalakas din kami. Let's all help each other talaga.
Thank you so much for joining us. Paano Ba To? The podcast is created and hosted by me, Bianca Gonzalez, with podcast producer Anika Neri and edited by Paolo Halili. And please do join our community of supers. You can follow us on Instagram at Paano Ba To, on TikTok at Ask Paano Ba To, and you can join our private Facebook group, the Paano Ba To Super Group. And in case you aren't yet, please do click the follow button here on Spotify or the subscribe button if you're watching this on YouTube. Super appreciate that, and we'll see you all again next week.